Alright, today I'm going to be showing you a quick and simple chest workout, which is pretty much push-ups and sit-ups, because sit-ups are very important and really should be done daily, unless you crank them out, and then, maybe not. It's really a personal choice. So, what you want to do, there's different kinds of push-ups. So we're going to be doing the basics. It's gonna be 10. I'm gonna go wide, do 10. I'm gonna come in and do 10. I'm gonna switch to do an ab. So the basics is, if you can't do this, you do the assisted version. It's not what it was called when I was in high school, but we're not gonna say what that was. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to squeeze. 7. Now, when you go wide, it's for the striations right here. There you go. Same as the first one, squeeze on the top. This one actually hurts my wrist. Then you floop over, pick a sit-up. I personally will do some crunches. You could follow along, or you could pick whatever. I'll do maybe 30, could be 20, could be 15. That noise is the air between my lower back and the mat. And I lost count. Whew. I think that was 30. I'm not sure. It's very tiring. Now, you don't have to do the 10, 10, 10. You could do 5, 5, 5. But the key, so when you come up, you squeeze. Squeeze. You can't really squeeze when you're wide. That's more of just a stretching exercise. So, I'm only going to do about 3 sets. It's personal choice on how many sets and reps you want to do. I'm just showing you the exercise. So, back to the beginning. You don't really need to go all the way up. Because the time under tension, or the tension under time, no, I think it's the first one. You strain your arms more. Ooh, if you hear that, that's my neighbors. I don't know if they're Polish. They have a child. And they're quite loud. Well, he is. Now, the only reason I'm doing 3 sets is so it matches with each ab. So, did the first 4. I'm gonna do obliques now. And we'll do Russian twist in my short shorts. For my obliques, I can only do about 20. It's a fairly bigger muscle, but there's not a lot of movement there. So, you can take a deep breath. And then continue. Now, like I said before, you can either reach to the top and squeeze, or if you want tension, you don't do a full rep. Like, you got the full rep, and then you have these. I'm out of shape. For a guy that goes to the gym nearly every day. I had a fitness evaluation yesterday. I think I said I was like 20-something% fat. Problem is, all the fat's right here. Doesn't go anywhere else. And yes, I'm stalling to catch my breath and to make my arms stop hurting. It's the same thing you would do if you had a trainer. You would ask them a question. So they would stop what you're doing to explain and probably show you how the exercise is, what it targets. A push-up is a chest, tries, shoulder, and a bit of a core exercise if you do it right. Like you just, right there. Come up. It's kind of like a floating plank, I guess. Now I want to show you something that I did for my first ever Spartan race. It was a push-up, except you bring your arms out and then you push off. I think it was more of like a time waster because they didn't want people just cranking them out. Now we're going to do some leg lifts that I mentioned in the last video. Works your lower abdominals. Abdominables. I think that's the word. Abdominables. Abs. Let's go with that. It's easier to say. You lay down, make a diamond, like a DDP, put it on your butt. You're a coccyx tailbone, and just raise your legs. These I could do for 30. If you have resistant bands and or a bar, you can put it behind you for the resistance going down, or you can put it in front of you for the resistance going up. If you have a friend, they could stand shoulder length to you, and every time you come up, they just push down. They push down, they push sideways, push sideways. I think it was 30. Truth be told, I lost count. But yeah, I think that's 30. If you really want to hate yourself, you could end it with planks. But my planks take about a minute. And it's going to be very quiet. I also need my phone, which I record on to keep the time, or I can count. But yeah, screw it. Let's do be like 2 minutes. A minute in the front, 30 seconds in each. Now, the way you can do a plank is keep your arms straight, keep them angled, or you keep them perpendicular, sideways. I prefer to kind of keep them in an A shape, I guess. And you just kind of hold it. It's weird. This feels great for me. You want to get low to the ground. Pretty much just sit here for however long you can. I count to a minute, but since I'm talking, I don't know where I am. So when I start shaking, or if I fall, we'll count that as a minute. Bring my shoulders in, or elbows. And what's good about a plank is you can kind of crunch. So like you're kind of flexing. And you bring it over here. Hand in the air. You can put a weight up there if you want. Do one of these to get a good squeeze. Just hold it. Still haven't been keeping count, which is a bad idea. Because I could probably hold this for a good minute. Maybe, I don't know. Switch. Hand up. Hand under. Bring it back up after squeezing. And just hold. You use a dumbbell. Preferably a dumbbell. You have more stability holding it like this compared to a weight. Then before you're done, give it a good stretch. Some sort of yoga pose. I'm not sure what it is, but if you do it correctly, you stretch your back and your abs. Whew. It's amazing. I could spend 2 or so hours in the gym lifting weights. And the only thing that really ever makes me sweaty or tired are squats. I can crank out dumbbell presses, rows, deadlifts. But as soon as I do a squat, I'm breathing heavily like I just sprinted. So if you found this mediocre, tone-deaf commentary, bit of exercise, useful, or, yeah, pretty much useful. I'm not going to ask you to like or subscribe. I'm just putting what I feel and what I like online. So if you want to, like, subscribe. Videos every Monday.